Hi, everybody. I just want everybody to know that you've all been friends on my Facebook account for like 10 years. Longer than that, actually, ever since 2010 when I first started putting up my videos, way back then. And I've had a lot of apostate friends on my account, and I want you all to know that the therapy of having people listen to my story, listening to what happened to me when I was a new believer in the Jehovah's Witness religion. Very therapeutic to have somebody willing to listen to you. I was able to channel these feelings. I hadn't specifically told my family exactly what had happened because I had it all tucked in the back of my head, waiting to deal with it at the right time. And today I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready because I'm not going to blame myself. My younger self, that was me. I was happy-go-lucky, cheerful, fun, full of life, happy, I had been studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. I had this baby girl, this toddler, and I started studying with them, and they pretty much told me that the best thing to do would be to divorce my current husband, which was my daughter's daddy, because he wouldn't accept the religion. He was abusive to me because he was trying to get me to quit studying with them. But he didn't want to be the right kind of husband. So then this man comes into the picture after I get baptized. Right after I am baptized, he comes into the picture. What I was going to say is that it appears to me that the elders targeted me. It was the elders who were praying after me. See that? He knew that that man was a homosexual pedophile that had molested the boy up the street, and he didn't bother to mention that to me. He assumed that I knew about this boy up the street. I didn't know about that. I knew about a chicken. He told me that he had sex with a chicken. He told me that he practiced self-abuse. And I didn't know what to think about that, especially when the person is telling you, you have to forgive me because Jehovah forgave me. I'm past all that, and you're going to be able to satisfy my sexual needs. You can satisfy my sexual needs. I won't need that anymore because you're sexy enough. And in the meantime, telling me about this 3-year-old that he raped. He tells me, well, you can help me to not become interested in your toddler. And I'm going to tell you, I went into shock because I have examined that conversation and I thought, okay, where was my child? How did this stuff unfold? Because the morning before the wedding, he's telling me these things on the phone, and it was like he had been prepping me, grooming me to make sure that I would marry him because he was not about to take no for an answer, and his mother was not going to take no for an answer either. Do you see why I want to use a witch and sorcery and divination and evil as to represent myself on my videos? They were not going to accept no for an answer, so it was like ritualistic. They were going to get me into this marriage no matter what it took. Have you ever seen the movie that Betty Davis was in years ago? It was Children of the Harvest or something like that, where they force this woman to have sex with this man so she can produce the devil's child. If you ever get a chance to look it up, I saw that when I was a kid. That's what it feels like. They wanted me to have a baby for him so that he could sexually abuse it. And that child that was born in this marriage turned out to be my son. 3 years later, my son committed suicide after this picture. This was the last time I saw him alive. He couldn't take it. And I guess he didn't know, nobody would communicate with him about it. I didn't know how to communicate with my son about it. I was so devastated by this entire thing. It was just too much. Too much information, and my mind shut down. It was very difficult for me to get through life because of all of this. I've been living in a shell because it's just too much. Okay, I'll see you on my next video. Glad you're here. I know it's very depressing, but I've been living with this for 40 years. 40 years. Thanks to Watchtower. Thanks, guys.